I returned to my own country and my native city, and after a while I decided to visit the Master. As I climbed up the long stairway that leads to his place, I looked at the pictures he had drawn, which hung on the wall, and the paintings of Mount Caulis and Lake Manus Rover. I thought of myself as I had been many years before, and how the Master had started me on my long pilgrimage. When I arrived, I looked at the book of the order. It was open, and I could see my name was written there, and the names of all my brothers who also served the Master. Alongside the book was a great sword. Glancing at my Master, I suddenly felt very alone, as though, by the force of my own will, I had remained forever outside of these mental creations and archetypes. The Master was bent over a piece of paper upon which he was writing, and I realized that he must be more than 80 years old. He was writing verses, and he did not interpret his work when I arrived. He had never written poetry before, but as he had stopped living in the prose, he had subsequently submerged himself entirely in the rhythms of cosmic poems. Finally, he stopped and glanced in my direction. And when he saw me, he looked immensely happy. "Did you meet the Masters on Mount Caulis?" he asked me with eagerness. "I was not able to, Master, and I am not even sure they exist. Faithless man, now I know that you have fallen, and that you have given yourself over to the passions and to the life of the world," he said. "So that the branches of a tree may reach to heaven, its roots must reach to hell," I replied. "No," he said, "you are quite wrong. What you renounce in this world is transformed into superior values in your soul. The love which you renounce here is returned to you there in its pure and eternal form. To this world we grow old and die. There you grow younger and younger. All life that you renounce here on earth is transformed into true life in the beyond. Everything that you accept here becomes corrupt and it dies. You cannot burn a candle at both ends. If you do, you will get no light and only fire and smoke." "Master," I replied, "I will burn myself like a candle at both ends, and I will remain stretched out heaven and hell, because I am not interested in being anything more than a man." "You have indeed fallen," he said sadly, "but even now there may be a last chance for you. Listen now, I want to tell you something that will really touch your soul. You can't get away from your essential being and from the depths of your heart. Do you know who exists in the depths of your heart? Christ. And do you know what Christ is? He is renunciation, and only in renunciation will you attain happiness." After that, the Master did not listen to anything more that I had said. Instead, he began to sing beautiful old songs of other times and places. Then I shouted to him, even though I knew he would not listen. "Yes, Christ, but my Christ is the Christ of Atlantis."